14 WILI and 95.3 FM presents Hometown Threads, a closer look at our community and the people that make it go. Every week, you'll hear uplifting stories from our local businesses and our neighbors. Now, here's our host for Hometown Threads, Keith C. Rice.
Welcome into episode 130 of Hometown Threads on 14 WILI and 95.3 FM. Willimantic today, Facebook, Spectrum 192, and of course, on our YouTube channel. If you're on, we're all on YouTube these days. Make sure you subscribe by going to WILI Radio in the search bar. And when you pull that up, you see all our great shows. Most of our shows are up there, including Hometown Threads. The Duncan Friday Sports Scene. Homegrown is up there with our own J. Matt Rupar, who's behind the board right now. And Hometown Threads, of course, brought to you by Liberty Bank. Been with us since day one, November of 2022. Liberty Bank, B Community Kind, with 3 great local locations across the street from the station at 679 Main Street, Willimantic. 1703 West Main Street down there in Gateway Commons next to Blondie's. And Route 195 in Mansfield. Liberty Bank, B Community Kind. J. Matt Rupar, if you'd be so kind and say hello to the fine folks.
Hello.
Here we go, episode 130. It's a pleasure to bring in the boys from Lolfstrom Welding and Fabrication in North Windham. We got owner, I got you guys mixed up, Will Lolfstrom and Tyler Oliver.
Yes,
Will Lolfstrom is the owner, Tyler Oliver the GM. Welcome, guys.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks
for having us.
Absolutely.
So how long have you guys known each other?
It's probably 4 years or so.
4 or 5 years or so.
Okay.
Yeah, just about.
So before we get to the, I'd like to know the background of people, because I know you guys aren't originally from the area, but you've been in the area for how long now, both of you?
Yeah, I grew up in Hebron since I was born. Yeah, so I guess, 31 years, pretty much local. Moved to Lebanon 2019, so a little bit closer, but Will's a little bit farther out.
Okay, so you're from Lebanon, Hebron.
Hebron, Lebanon.
Currently live in Hebron.
Lebanon.
I currently live in Lebanon,
moved
sorry.
to Lebanon, yeah.
Jesus.
Lebanon, Hebron, Colchester.
Yeah, pretty much the same.
And, and Will?
Yeah, I grew up in Manchester and moved to Chaplin 7 years ago, I think. 6 years ago.
Okay.
So that's where I've been since then.
So let's see, you guys. So you grew up going through the Manchester school system,
Yep.
and
I actually went to Hebron schools growing up. High school, I went to Windham Tech right here.
Okay.
So graduated 2012 there.
Now, how did you guys eventually cross paths? And you said about 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah, it was.
There's got to be a story that goes along.
Kind of,
Probably. I don't even know. To be honest
friends
with
of
you.
friends,
Yeah.
and I think our wives ended up actually getting us together, saying that you guys would get along, and somehow a couple years later it turned into a job for me.
And I made him quit a state job to
Ooh,
come work
this
for
sounds
me.
like this sounds like a fun
I
story.
kind of lied to him a little bit.
Well, this is what it's all about on Hometown Threads.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know you guys that well, so I'm kind of getting to know you. And tell us a story. How you have to get if there's some details you need to leave out. That's fine. But tell us how. So it sounds like you're trying to recruit him for your company, right?
Yeah. He was, we just hanging out at the shop on the weekends and stuff.
Now you're the
working.
only company at this point, Lolfstrom Welding and Fabrication.
Yep.
And you needed like a GM, and you're.
Yeah, we were looking for someone to kind of do some more outsourced sales type stuff.
Yeah,
What?
I kind of swindled my way.
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit, I think trying to push.
We both
who
kind of
did
lied.
his sales. Yeah. And I was coming up on 10 years for the state, looking for a different job. So I hit my, I was vested.
What were you doing for the state, if you don't mind me asking?
I worked for the state police doing 911 for about 8.5 years, and then I switched over doing communications over at the Rocky Hill DVA, and was just looking to get out of it. I wasn't.
So it sounds like Will must have presented you with a sweet deal if he got you away from the state.
Something like that.
It's not that good, but we get to hang out. So
Yeah,
You guys
exactly.
hit it off really well then.
Yeah, it works out very well. For the first time, I love my job in
That's
10
great.
years, so it's pretty cool. And it's all thanks. My wife really pushed me to do it because it was nerve-wracking.
Shout out to your wives. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was.
Go ahead. You guys can both shout out to your wives.
Yeah, Evelyn, my wife. Thank
There you go.
And,
you didn't forget her name.
almost. Make sure you say the right one.
Yeah, but it was good, and it was definitely both super nerve-wracking, I think, for him and me.
Nerve-wracking as far as you leaving the state to go. Not that you didn't trust him, but were you nervous? Is that what you meant?
Yeah,
So
because
leaving the state job?
I never worked doing any. I didn't know what the difference between MIG and TIG welding was when I first started.
Oh yeah, he didn't even know.
I don't either.
He didn't even know what we did.
Yeah,
he didn't even know what we did.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, it looks like you guys. Go ahead. What?
He took a risk, and I'm sure he was just as nervous taking me away from a pension.
Yeah, because that's a big deal.
Yeah.
So now you, Tyler just mentioned about you, Will, the owner. You were kind of nervous. Was he talking about starting up the company or like?
No, so I had already had the company going for.
Tell us how you got
5
the
years.
company going, by the way. Lolfstrom Welding and Fabrication in North Windham.
That's right. I'm not really sure. I was working for a friend building race cars, and then he got a little slow with work, so I just said, I guess I'm gonna try to do my own thing. I built a garage for my buddy, and we started putting up steel buildings, and I got a small shop, and then we got a little bit bigger shop.
So one day working with your friend putting up steel stuff or whatever.
Yeah, I just told my buddy that I could build his garage for him.
Really?
Yeah, I kind of lied to him too.
If fake it till you make it kind of thing.
I knew
guess
how
so.
to do it. I went to school for it
Yeah,
and
well, there
stuff
you
like
go.
that, but
So okay, let's go back.
it-
So in school, did you have any idea like, oh, this might be a kind of a cool career?
Yeah, I
Working with
enjoyed.
steel.
I went to school for welding at Cheney Tech, and
nice.
I enjoyed that. I didn't do it right after high school. I spent quite a few years after high school not doing that, but
What'd you do right after high school?
I went and raced dirt bikes professionally. And,
Did you?
Yeah.
We'll talk a little about that.
It's pretty
X
cool.
Games?
Yeah, it was fun. I moved to North Carolina and lived down there for 6 years.
Really?
Yeah, and then that came to an end, so I moved back.
Time to
and-
be an adult.
Yeah, it was that time. It was that time. It wasn't paying the bills enough. It's costing me too much money. So
That'd be kind of, how long were you down there doing that?
I grew up racing dirt bikes my whole life since
Okay.
I was like 5. But
It's kind of like a side hustle. Right
yeah,
now, just
yeah. So then after high school, I moved down there.
Your senior year.
Yeah, I forgot to finish my senior year, but that's
Oops.
okay. Yeah, and then I lived down there for 6 years, and then came back here. And
What was the calling that brought you? It was just one day you woke up and said, I got to get back home and start adulting, or
it
what?
was I was getting free bikes and stuff like that, and then that came to an end. It's like, well, all right, now I ain't got no more money, so I guess it's time to go to work.
And obviously, you didn't know Tyler when you came back up here, correct?
No, this was a few years after.
So how did you? How did the business all come together? And talk about the Bloomfield thing too. Like, how did that? Because go
Yeah,
ahead.
so I
You
started.
started in Manchester.
Yeah, I
right?
started with a small one-bay garage in Manchester, and then decided I needed a little bit more space for the shop. So we got a space in Bloomfield. It's probably like 3 times the size. We worked there for a while. That's when Tyler started with us, and then that's like 4 years down the road.
So you were living? Were you?
I was living in Manchester
You're still in Manchester,
in the
okay.
beginning, and then I met my wife. I moved to Chaplin, and so then I was going back and forth from Chaplin to Bloomfield, and then the space got too small again, so we moved out here to North Windham now. And I
So
think this is our 8th year.
The Bloomfield space still there?
No.
So it's
no.
just North Windham.
Yeah, it's just North Windham. We closed Bloomfield.
Okay, now tell us, Lolfstrom Welding and Fabrication. Get it for someone like me, and well, like Tyler didn't know at one point. Explain what you guys do, and explain what you guys do.
Yeah, give it to him.
GM, Mr.
Yeah,
GM.
This is your sales pitch.
Yeah, a lot of people, I get that question a lot, and it's really, I kind of tell them anything metal, because if we have a couple specialties, we do, we erect metal buildings, we do a lot of structural jobs. We just finished a pretty decent sized job at Gamble Pavilion, actually, at Yukon. Yeah, they did phase 1 of their renovations for Yukon. We did all the structural work for the new seating for the precast.
That's a
and
pretty
then
big deal there, yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was a stressful project, but we finished that up. We did the handrails where they actually told us they want, we're in the books for phase 2 if we want it.
Was
coming
Dan
up.
Hurley up there helping you out?
There were so many names we had floating around up there.
You know Ariella, was he there? No.
Yeah.
There were 3 Tylers. Everybody was confused with all that, but
So explain again. You did the
yeah.
what for
So they pulled out. They had a bunch of collapsible seating, I guess, and they wanted that to be solid. So they went to that a lot smaller of a section, and to fill that, they wanted to go in with permanent seating. So all the structural beams underneath the precast concrete, which is the steps you walk down, we produced all that steel out of our shop in Windham here, and then the handrails to go down, and then the front guardrails for the seating. We did all that.
How about that? Now, how long did that take you?
That
Spent
job.
most of the summer on it. I mean,
That was just
really,
you guys doing it?
No.
We got 3 guys in the
we got
shop.
3
We
guys
actually
in our
brought
shop.
in a couple subs for that because
we were running
70, 75
70
hours a week.
Yeah, 70 hours a week.
Wow.
Yeah, because it was like it was a time crunch job, you know.
They put you on a deadline.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
big time.
if
They
they
had to play their first game over there.
Yeah.
So let's see. Take me back to when it started. And they said, what was your deadline? Like they said, what August something or?
I think October.
October.
And yeah, we had to finish. The whole project had to finish by end of August or so.
And when did you start it again?
At the end of August.
Yeah, that's
we
the end of August.
started it
pretty
way
much.
too late, as it should.
Wow.
It just there's a lot leading up to it,
Yeah,
and then we're the first ones kind of that we got to get.
Yeah,
our
we have to
steel
set
in
the
there
the
for
structure.
everyone else to do anything else. So
That's got to be. Was that your biggest? I don't want to say gig. We can think it's a radio term.
yeah,
For the new shop.
Yeah, for the new
absolutely.
shop?
for the new
Yeah.
shop, yeah, it was definitely.
So Gamble, you were inside Gamble working at wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, which was interesting because
yeah.
there's one freight elevator and we're trying to get 80,000 pounds of steel in. So we got
The video.
through doors.
Yeah, we got
They did
some-
have
yeah.
a
They're
time
supposed
lapse
to send
video
it to
for a
us,
while.
Yeah, I should definitely post that video. That's a pretty big deal working in Gamble
Yeah.
Pavilion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a cool job.
How did they find you, by the way?
We bid the job
Yeah.
through
Oh.
through some
Mattern
of our
Construction.
GCs. Yeah, Mattern. Yeah, the first real
Puts you
test
right
was
out
watching
of-
that first
What?
basketball game, making sure nobody
Making
fell
sure-
through.
You sit there going, fingers crossed.
Yeah, exactly. So we think we nailed it there for sure. But other than that, we do a lot of structural. I tell people anything metal because if we don't have the equipment, we'll get it more than likely to grow the shop and to again kind of fake it till we make it. But we do everything. Laser
That should be your
cutting's
slogan.
big.
Fake it
Yeah,
till we
fake
make
it.
it.
Yeah.
Actually, that's
Don't
not
do-
a bad idea. Actually.
Yeah,
We'll put it on the side of the
Lolfstrom
truck.
Welding and Fabrication. We fake it till we make it.
It's
Yeah.
true.
voice guy.
Yeah.
You want to know how it started? That's it right there.
Yeah, it's got
Look
it.
at your shoes and walk away.
You can just see the T-shirts being printed down.
Yeah.
We fake it out. So how? Again, we're here with Lolfstrom Welding and Fabrication. We got Will Lolfstrom, obviously, he's the owner. Tyler Oliver, the GM. So, how do people find you besides now, on the radio, whatever? But how? What kind of projects do you guys It's just everything steel, right?
Yeah. Most of it's like contract work. We're working for contractors.
Yeah,
That's where most of
Sure,
our
UConn will pass, say some good stuff about you.
yeah, like mostly like new construction type stuff. We got a group of general contractors that whenever they're bidding work, we bid to them. That's where most of our work comes from.
Yeah,
But
and-
we're trying to grow the shop to do a little bit,
Yeah, call it miscellaneous metals,
Yeah.
stairs, steel stairs, railings. Starting to really get big into the truck upfitting. Triaxles and semi trucks. We make a lot of custom products for them. Laser cutting. We do signs. We can do. Really anything with that machine.
What's something you guys
aluminum.
do the most, probably? Yeah, what are you working on right now, too? Is there a problem?
we're doing a lot of railings.
Yeah, we have 300
railings.
300 feet of railing for Rocky Hill. We just built a stair set for a job up in Massachusetts.
So you guys go all over, too.
Yeah, Mass, Rhode Island,
Yeah.
Connecticut,
Rhode Island,
obviously.
Connecticut, yeah.
Those are the big three. We did a pretty cool project actually it was a government job for the Army base. We built a gun tower.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was
Really?
a big.
Yeah, we get to work at a lot of cool places.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God. Well, again,
Yeah,
name
we-
some of the other places.
Yeah, we did
Air Force Base in
Colorado?
Agawam.
Agawam.
Done a lot of stuff at.
You guys,
Air bases.
besides Rhode Island, Massachusetts, have you gone other parts of the country? Or just,
No.
We're building we're
Well.
building a big water tank right now,
Yeah.
actually for a company down in North Carolina.
Really?
Yeah.
One of my buddies, who I lived near in North Carolina when I lived down there, he started a concrete plant, so we're building a bunch of products for him now, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, ask us if we've ever built one.
Yeah, never.
That's kind of what I mean.
He goes,
you
you know how to make a water tank? Sure.
Yeah.
Figure it
Yeah,
out.
we
Until we make
figure
it.
it out. It's a bit. He appreciates the challenge and he takes on whatever he can, which is why I really, one of the reasons why I respected him and believed when I took the job why it would work.
Talking with, again, Lolfstrom Welding and Fabrication here on Hometown Threads, episode 130, brought to you by Liberty Bank. Be community kind. How can people What's the website? I know there's social media. How do people reach out and talk to Will and Tyler?
We're trying to get more internet traction, I guess. We're actually working on the website right now, having it built by another small business. We like to do a lot with other small business, but trying to post more on the internet, on our Facebook page, the new website. Yeah, the radio now coming up. The website will be big. We'll have a products page for all, fire pits and random products that we have. Other than that, a lot of our friends have small businesses. He has a ton of connections with people, either other metal companies that use us to do laser cutting, or, really a ton.
Yeah.
He always knows.
You guys seem like you're pretty
guy.
busy for, been going for 4 or 5 years now, huh?
Yeah, I think this is our
2018. I've been here. It'll be 2 years in March.
Yeah.
Oh, 4 or 5 years.
That we've known each other.
other.
That we've known each other.
No,
He's been working for me for 2, and
Yeah.
I started the company in 2018. So.
Now, how did you know that? I know you guys hit it off pretty much like that, but how did you know like Tyler was going to be a
No
good
idea.
GM for you?
No idea. So it was a risk.
Yeah.
You faked it till you made
Yeah,
it.
it was.
Yeah.
I think we both might have lied a little bit, but it
Yeah.
works out,
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm good at selling stuff. I said, perfect. I need a guy that can sell something.
Yeah. I think we were both good with the BS a little bit,
And we learn every day together, which is cool, So.
But the confidence, I think, his confidence was seeing it in the industry. Going to hang out on Saturdays, watching him take some business calls here and there. It seemed legit to me, So
Yeah, it's funny too because like our shop was, at that point was pretty much just me in the shop. Like I had guys working in the field. We always had a construction crew going, but our shop was kind of smaller. So when Tyler came on, now we got 3 guys working in there full time.
Shout out to the other guys in the shop.
Yeah, we do.
Do you remember what are their names?
We have Jesse's our shop foreman. Then we took on a student out of Lincoln Tech.
Yeah.
He came on. He's been there just over a year now. Aiden, and then Dave Seidel, who, when we moved to Wyndham, the shop we had, the owner, he was part owner of that, of Custom Steel and Stair. He came to us when he found out, they were closing their shop. John was retiring. He moved in with us, and it was convenient because we're working on the same building he was. We just took down the partition. But those guys, they work really hard. As much as they get on their nerves, sometimes they are good.
You guys
at
all
working
around the same
crew.
age too?
Between 25 and 35.
Yeah, 21.
It's all young people, really. Honestly,
Yeah.
It is good.
Now they found you guys, or because when you were hiring people, how did they find you and stuff?
Yeah, well, so Dave had known me. I've known Dave for a long time.
Yeah,
So he always worked for somebody else, but
You looking for more people?
it's coming up. Hopefully, we're trying to.
Trying to expand.
Yeah, we're
just
trying to
within
figure out our
reason.
next, our next avenue of what we want to stick to down there.
I was going to go down that road now. Talk a little about the shop in North Wyndham, and then talk a little about what you like to do down the road. Like, what are some of your future goals for Lolfstrom Welding and Fabrication?
I think really, we want to be able to supply steel, like be more of a supply house. Take care of more of the local people and stuff like that. Just having random, stock material. But we also are trying to focus on the laser cutting. That's a big thing for us. And
What's laser cutting exactly?
It's a fiber laser machine.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to explain. It's CNC. It's CNC. You put the metal on, and somehow a laser beam goes through it and cuts it. But it can cut anything you want.
Yeah, so it's a 5x10 table, fiber optic laser. It's a 6 kilowatt machine. Can cut up to 1 inch. We've pushed it a little bit past that, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't know about, but he pushed it past that. The machine still did it. It's very capable. Can cut up to 1 inch steel, like we said, but it'll do aluminum, stainless. We got a pretty much. If you can give us a cardboard cutout, Will can, design it in the computer and make it. The tolerances are super low within.
Yeah, you can cut. You can cut little tiny parts. You can cut anything you want with it.
Yeah, so we've done.
It's hard to think about it, but like almost anything you see can be laser cut. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
then we have a pretty large press brake, 175 tons. So people bring us broken parts off their, excavators or any construction machinery. We can usually fabricate it in-house within, off a cardboard cutout's hard, but because we don't have any 3D scanners or anything, so it's all him taking measurements. But we have a pretty quick turnaround for stuff like that. And as long as that machine runs every day, we're pretty happy.
Yeah.
And then
that's kind of the main goal.
Yeah.
Get another one.
Yeah. Doesn't sound like that big of a shop, right? Or am I?
Yeah,
I've been wanting to come over and check it out.
Yeah, it's just under 10,000 square feet.
Oh, beautiful. So. That is pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good size shop.
And whereabouts in North Windham?
It's right past the airport.
Oh, right, of course.
Right next to the fire department.
Side. Yeah, between the airport and the fire department.
Right. Yeah. So what would you say? We have a few more minutes here, and what's your most common project? If you guys didn't mention that already. Oh. And then you see railings and stuff like that.
Custom. It's our
custom.
Yeah, a lot of people bring stuff to us and say, "Can you figure this out?" And we say yes. That's honestly the truth. And we bid a lot of stuff. We work with a lot of wide flange, beams and columns and whatnot, staircases. But a huge part of it right now is taking on all the custom jobs of can you do it? Yes, we can. Bob the Builder style. It's the best way to put it. It's hard to just specify on one.
I was gonna say,
it's more of like a job shop right now,
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily, want to get away from doing stuff like that because the variety is good in my eyes. The guys don't get bored doing the, same thing every day in and day out. Like one day we could be building, structural beams, and then the next day we're building railings, and then the next day we're building
custom roof ladders.
Yeah, tractor trailer parts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So. The guys get a lot of variety, and it keeps.
Yeah, a lot of dumpster repair. There's a lot of local.
You want to? I mean, it seems like you want to just focus on one specific thing, but at the same time,
everybody who works there enjoys a challenge.
That's
which is cool.
Yeah, we're not just doing like one thing.
Open-minded.
Yeah.
Very.
So in the last minute or so, we get ready to wrap things up here with Lolfstrom Welding and Fabrication. You guys might have already said this, but either one of you, what's one thing you'd like to express and get out to the community about Lolfstrom Welding and Fabrication?
Come down and see us.
Yeah, if
people
you
just
come meet us,
you
you can come in.
What's the exact address?
It's 577 Boston Post Road, North Windham.
577 Boston Post Road, North Windham.
Yeah,
check
stop in.
Just stop. People can just
stop in and say hi.
Yeah, stop in, say hi. Give me a call.
You want to buy some metal? Come on in.
Wow,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I know.
We never really did that, so we're trying to get more local people.
I ran into Will and your wife in Fenton, and it was around the time right before we got sick.
Yep.
Or I think both of us got sick at one point. And I got to get over there and check it out, and we'll definitely make it happen.
Anytime you want.
And what's that you get over there?
I think Tyler brought you a shirt for you.
Brought you a t-shirt.
Brought me some swag.
Yes,
sir.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So for those of you going to watch the show or watching right now, the radio people, you got to go back to WILI Radio on YouTube and check out Hometown Threads. Thank you. The Lolfstrom Welding Fabrication boys, Will and Tyler, brought me a nice looking t-shirt.
Yes, sir.
Love the color black too.
Yeah.
That should fit definitely.
I figured that.
If it doesn't, you can return it.
We got
You have a 30-day return policy?
Yeah, you could exchange it.
Hey, it was great talking to you guys.
Yes, pleasure.
Will Lolfstrom, owner, Tyler Oliver, GM of Lolfstrom Welding and Fabrication, 577 Boston Post Road, North Windham. And what's the, I know fake it till you make it, what's the other expression? Something about steel. What was the steel thing?
Yeah, if it's
metal.
metal, anything metal, come see us.
I like it. And listen to their Shop Local campaign running on both our radio stations here. Thank you again, gentlemen.
Absolutely.
thank you.
Thanks for having us.
It'll wrap things up for Hometown Threads, episode 130, brought to you by Liberty Bank B Community Kime. Thank you to J. Matt Rupar, Willimantic today, intern RJ hanging out, and thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And on the words of the great Roddy McCumber,
bye for now, folks. Bye for now.
And that concludes another edition of Hometown Threads. Got a story for Keith? Reach out to him on Facebook by searching Keith C. Rice or email him at krice@hallradio.net. Don't forget to tune in next week on 14 WILI and 95.3 FM, as well as the Willimantic Today page on Facebook.